Hey, good morning. This is Sandy Shellis from Environmental Coffee House, and I got a channel update. A couple of things I want to talk about, and greetings. I'm not sure a lot of people will join us. I was sharing this on Facebook, and because I multi-stream on Facebook, because we have a large following on the Environmental Coffee House page there. And in fact, we get more views on Environmental Coffee House than we do on YouTube because YouTube, I don't know what happens. YouTube is I don't know. Maybe it's me, my material. Maybe you don't like me, the YouTube people. But at this point, you know what? I do this for my mental health. But good morning, Groot. Good morning, Warren. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you. The background, Warren, is Igor Morski. He is an amazing Eastern European artist. Love his stuff. Absolutely love his stuff. So the channel update is really a very simple little one, and I'm just playing here around while people join so that I can make my announcement, which is not really that big of an announcement. It's basically that Jennifer Hines and I, we do the Saturday night show. And good morning, Karen Reese from California, who's up early. We're changing to Sunday night. Boom! It's not that big of an announcement, but it is the summertime, where it's getting to be the nice weather. And uh, we have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of, at least I do at home. So I can't always be on a Saturday night where, and I'm just sharing this so that our groups, that the people we care about, can see this. And then I wanted to do a little talk because I actually did prepare a couple of things while I was waiting. So here we go. Jennifer and I will have a Sunday night show at probably 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? No more Saturdays and Fridays because it's just too difficult, and it just isn't. You're not in the mood for what? What are you not in the mood for? Oceanica State. Have fun. All right. So that's basically the channel announcement. Is that what we're going to do on Sunday nights? Okay, I like that. I figured out, not in the mood for whining. I'm not whining. I just want to go. I was just like, I don't know what's going on YouTube. YouTube is weird. Ever since the bots showed up in the chats on everybody's views are weird. Everything is very weird on YouTube. I don't understand it, but it's all good. I mean, I love doing what I do anyway, and it wasn't a whine against people. It's really the bot thing. I don't know if you guys have seen. I don't. Maybe I could pull up this picture. Uh, Let me see if I can pull up this picture. I Everybody sees them, and when I can't pull up the picture, forget it. I'm not going to pull up the picture. Everybody sees them. Everybody knows that these bots are there. What are they there for? Where were they created? I don't know. Does anybody know? All right. So it seems like you guys like the Sunday time thing. It's going to be a little more difficult for Jennifer, who works the next day. And, weekends were okay until this weather came, where if I'm outside with my husband doing the bare minimum of what I can do to help, it's going to just be too hard to do any kind of content or anything meaningful on a Saturday. So thank you for joining me. And I'm going to, I want to talk about a couple of things. And Mark, you watch me on YouTube. That's not the point. I don't know what's going on YouTube. I don't know. But okay, Sundays 5 p.m. left coast, 8 p.m. East Coast. Then yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think 9 might be a little late, but Jennifer and I will talk about it. That was really what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a quick little Is Jennifer still getting her methane fix? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She sure is. But I wanted to do a little bit of a politicking today while I got you here, while you're listening. And, oh, Jean says she doesn't get notices. A lot of people are saying that. Do you have the bell thing clicked? So when I go live or when we go live, it comes on? Because you have to do that. You have to put the bell thing on and be subscribed. All right. Hi, Jim. Oh, okay. It's Friday. Everybody on Facebook that's on Facebook, Jim, Tanya, Quali, McHenry, he has done his climate change talk protest by himself in Gettysburg today. And it's he does such a great job. Him and his wife Tanya, man, they are the salt of the earth. All right, we're going to start because I'm going to make this a quick one. It's political today. It's a bit political today. And I was going over stuff that let me move this up a little, that I was, that I made, that I created, that I reviewed. I was laying in bed this morning, just, feeling a little whiny. And I'm going to look at Twitter, look at this stuff. And Inside Climate News has these articles that just can really piss you off. And if anything, Trump has to go because of the environmental regulations. If anything. And this article was besieged by protesters demanding racial justice. Trump signs an order waiving environmental safeguards. So pretty much, okay, he executive ordered that if you go to protest, it's just going to get worse. Let's see. Reforming and streamlining an outdated regulatory system, but I want to find the piece. Basically, you're not going to be able to protest a lot anymore of pipelines. And I'm going to go to this other article because this really, 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 really should make everybody think that if you think that 4 more years of this, oh yeah, 4 more years of this shit is going to be any good for us. Oh my God. I feel bad for you. In Louisiana, stepping onto oil and gas industry land may soon get you 3 more years in prison. You think that's not going to be just Louisiana? Because the federal government, regardless of what they say, doesn't give a shit about state rights anymore, the Republicans. Oh, they used to be for state rights, but until it's a fossil fuel industry, they want to step all over your ass. And I am a pipeline protester. I don't want to go to jail, but this is what they're going to do. This is what they're trying to do. So read Inside Climate News you can get a lot more. Environmental justice is a big thing. There's just so much going on, but it's the Trump administration that's going to make it worse. And before anybody wants to go and say, oh, the whataboutism, but Obama, it's the past. We know what he did. And we know who Joe is. The whataboutism isn't going to work with me. Sorry. So I'm going to quit. I'm going to Twitter because this is my friend here. And this is a friend of mine, follows on the Babes of the Revolution page that I mod. Well, I'm the administrator. I don't do much there. But he writes, I guess many on the left just want to fuck the world and everything because they hate the Democrats so much they no longer care about anything. I don't know. Newsflash, the 1% controls both sides. We know, but that doesn't change the fact that Trump needs to fucking go. So I liked the comments because if the 1% controls both sides, what difference does it make who the front man is? And then he says, Trump is a white nationalist, right-wing authoritarian fascist. And if you don't understand this, then you're probably already crypto MAGA. Now, Paul is younger than me. And this one, vote Trump out because of all the environmental regulations that have been rolled back. That's enough right there. Once these despots are out, progressives can fight the fight we dream of. And if you say people will sit back, well, that's one sorry ass excuse. Because that's what I hear all the time. Well, if Biden gets in, the people will sit back and think everything's okay. Bullshit! And what planet is that? There are millions of us. But how do you fight when you got a fascist in the White House that's going to take away everything that you have in free speech to fight a pipeline, to fight these horrible things? I believe in the fight. What's going on right now is showing what a fascist organization this fucking right-wing bullshit Trump organization mobsters are. Sorry. Then somebody told him to remove the rose from after his name. And then somebody else says, yes, but not replaced with Trump in blue. Both candidates are horrible. Okay, fine. They are. But we have a whole lot better chance as progressives of fighting against Biden and getting rid of Pelosi. There is a really beautiful candidate in California now. There's a lot of progressives. Did you know down in the South? Did you know that? Oh my God, what's her name? Won her primary in coal country. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I'm having a brain fart. And I love this woman. I'll look it up. But let's finish this one. So I really wish you could understand where a lot of us are coming from. I've not decided who I'm voting for yet. I have two main problems with voting for Biden. I've got a lot of them. But I have a whole lot more in seeing 4 more years of Trump. A lot of innocent people, both here and other countries, will die, and I will have helped to enable that. How do you know? Not if we're on things. 2, there's a spotlight. Okay, RN, there is a spotlight on all evil shit that Trump is doing because he is not normal. We put in Biden, things go back to how they were. Bullshit! Bullshit! Things terrible, but few people care anymore. Look at what's going on. Do you think that the kids that are out there fighting now, do you think that they're going to sit back because Biden is in the presidency? But I think we can pressure a Democratic presidency to not have these rollbacks on the environment a hell of a lot more. Progressives are still part of a huge movement. This is still a revolution for change. We will not vote for the very corruption that gave us, okay, fine, that gave us Trump and brought us to this ridiculous election. Then don't. But then don't bitch when there's 4 more years of this and the military does come in to wipe your ass off the street when you're protesting. Don't bitch! Because this is a fascist government. He's a complete fucking disaster for sure. No one argues it. But you're asking leftists to actively engage in a system that is beyond corrupt and never representative of the left wishes. The DNC is fucked. Duh. Biden is fucked. Duh. Bernie is quite fucked now, but you're not a senator. You don't know what Bernie deals with in there. Bernie's probably one of the only ones that has, let's see, Bernie. There's a few of them. Sheldon Whitehouse, nobody ever talks about him. He does a climate change show. And then, okay, here's an example, okay? And believe me, I am not sitting here telling you who to vote for. I am telling you what I feel, okay? Not everybody on my own channel agrees with me, and that's fine. So yeah, here's Donald Trump. Seattle mayor says about the anarchist takeover of her city. They're not anarchists. They're our fucking kids! It's a summer of love. These liberal Dems don't have a clue. The terrorists burn and pillage our cities and they think it's just wonderful. Even the death must end this Seattle takeover now. You know what? Fuck him. This is my rant today. This is my rant on my channel, okay? He's so afraid of peaceful hippies planting a community garden in Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone that he falsely accuses them of being a terrorist and threatens to send in the Waffen SS to tear everything down and crack some skulls while hiding in his underground bunker. Stay out of Washington State, stay out of New York State, stay out of all our fucking states. Anyway. In 1933, Hitler appointed Hermann Göring Minister of the Interior. His first orders were to defund and eliminate police departments. Oh, okay, so they would not interfere with his brown shirts whose mission was to riot and burn and beat up. You know what? That's bullshit too. That's the other side trying to scare the Fox News watching motherfuckers. That's all it is. That's all it is. And look, Barr and Trump are in the process of creating the legal rationale for fascism. In America, this is one way democracies die. Through the subversion of, oh, wait a minute, I don't know how to get this up. I don't know if I can. Through the subversion of the law itself. Okay, and here's one more. One more. This is the voting shit we see going on. What just happened in Georgia in the United States? What just happened? Voter suppression because they stop having places for people to vote, especially in black and brown communities. When did it become normal for that you have to wait in line for hours and hours and hours to vote? Disgusting. Let's just have some more of this shit. This guy is Mark Elias. To those of you questioning what I am doing to fight the torrent of Republican voter suppression, I'm in court in 30 plus cases in 17 states fighting for voting rights. I am raising awareness of this issue. Let me ask you, what are you doing? Our cases and what they're litigating. They are litigating. And do you think this is going to happen with the Democrats? They did a little bit of bullshit during 2016. I know it because we saw it in Nevada, but we can stop it. You know what? And if you bitch so much about it, join it. Infiltrate from the inside. Make a change. Stop bitching. States with active cases. Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Mississippi, Montana. Wait a minute, did I screw it up? New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma. Let's see what's going on in New York. Can you click this? New York redistricting. Yeah, New York, my state. You say it's a blue state, but they redistrict here too. That's why where I live is so red. Okay, so this is what's happening out there. And if we have 4 more years of Trump, we will not win anything because they are filling the courts with right-wing lackeys, Trump ass-licking toadies. And that's what I say, okay? So every day is important. Every day is important. And this is where I got the inside climate news, because the order will be a sitting duck for the sorts of legal challenges that have been so successfully bought against other environmental rollbacks. So, but he's going to do it. He is going to do it. And even look, minority communities, they raise their voices against Trump's environmental rule rollbacks too, because as I have talked about environmental racism before, the shit rolls to their communities. Way worse. So if you think I'm a little overzealous today, you're goddamn right I am. Because I'm sick of the purity test. I don't like what the Democrats did any more than any of you. I watched it on television. I watched them. I watched MSNBC and CNN and all these goddamn talking heads make a concerted effort to undermine Bernie Sanders. Because God forbid we have something fair in this country. But you keep Trump in for 4 more years, it'll be so much worse. People say burn it down. We've already burned it down. It's already burnt down, guys. Don't you see? It's already burnt down. Biden in the White House is a despicable, disgusting thought. But if you don't vote down ticket for progressives, we won't have anything in the United States. I want to see who he's going to pick for his vice president. That's really important. I'm involved. A lot of other people aren't. Maybe you don't like what I say. but I'm going to say it anyway. I truly believe that we are in so much trouble. I mean, we know we are environmentally. The Arctic is melting. We can't control what they do in Russia. We can't control the pollution. We can't control that part of the Arctic. But we certainly can make a choice that will enable us to take the power that we want. The brainwashing on the right via the Fox is horrible. And you can say MSNBC and CNN are absolutely horrible. Yes. For what they did to Bernie, yes, it's horrible. There are a few redeeming things there. I watch because I am a commentator. I also listen to so many different voices out there because I am a commentator, because I have a responsibility to be educated. You think very hard. The purity test might just be the death knell. And I really, really don't want to see that happen. As they call me a doomer anyway, I see that we're going to extinct our species. And we're going to extinct everything else first. Question: if we're going to fight Biden, why don't we start now? Make him agree to Medicaid for all, free college, Green New Deal. Yes, 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 yes. What do you think Bernie's doing? He's got his ear. You know, everybody can say Bernie's a sellout because he supported Joe, but Bernie's a realist. He sees what he was up against, and he sees the corruption. He has taught us about the goddamn corruption. And yeah, MSNBC is a Russiagator show, so don't watch them. But if you don't know what they're saying, I'll tell you what happened, in my opinion. There was a lot of shady shit that went on in 2016 on the right also. I think there were people that saw, they were so frightened of what's going on that would happen with the Trump administration, because they do his history. You ever read anything about Donald Trump from 20 years ago? The guy is a sick fuck, okay? Maybe these people were so scared that they really wanted to make a difference and get rid of him because they saw what was going on. I'm not defending it, but there was some ugly stuff going on. Did it get blown out of proportion? Yes. Could there have been so many different things going on? Yes. Absolutely. I listen to you, Tim Black, Bob TV, Kyle, Michael Brooks, all people I respect so much. Bob is a personal friend of mine. I mean, we've talked, we know each other for years. I am a progressive, but I am not going to be a progressive so much that I'm going to shoot myself in the foot. When I know that if the Democrats win the presidency, man, us progressives have a chance to really get what we want. And I don't want Biden. He'll be 4 years, but it'll be a different 4 years than what we'll get with Trump the rest of the way. McConnell is busy behind the scenes doing the damage of loading the judiciary, while Trump is getting all the attention, doing all his dumb, moronic clowning up front. And my concern is, Gene says, isn't working now. Do you think he'll suddenly change in January? Biden's an old dog in his Law and Order pro-war anti-M4A. But you know what? Yeah, I do think he'll change. I think he's going to have to change because of the pressure. I think the down tickets are going to win and progressives are going to win. If the guy doesn't change, he has to change. See, because Bernie has his ear. Like I said, if we sit there and say, well, it's not going to happen, it won't happen. It won't happen. It's just how I feel. It won't happen. Yeah, Karen said herd Condoleezza Rice. That would be a disaster. But see, we're just hearing things. We're just hearing things. I hate what Donald Trump represents. I hate what he's done to this country. I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like that he's a touchy-feely creep. I don't like anything about him. But I've made my choice because I am going to fight. You'll see. I'm already involved. I just couldn't protest because I can't stand up. So, guys, been a half an hour. I don't disagree with things. I'm just saying that, and see, this is fine. I know it's the devil's advocate. I know what I'm saying. But I've had to say it because I get very angry. You're in Oregon. Biden will carry the state, so I'll go green. But without doubt, down ballot, I'm voting green or third party. We got to change. But you see, we can change. I absolutely believe we can change. We can change. Not with 4 years of Trump. I believe the damage will be so significantly serious. There we go. I agree with my buddy Nicole Sandler on this. And we're seeing what the power of protest can do, but we also saw a lot of ugliness. Let's get rid of that ugliness. It's going to take a lot of work. The young people, they're hip to it. They hate Trump. They don't like Biden either. But they're going to make a difference. And I'm so glad you're here. Hate is not a strong enough word for how I feel about Trump and his whole damn family. They're so corrupt. Everything from even PPE. PPE during a pandemic was seized by FEMA at his son-in-law, friggin' asshole son-in-law, to go to two corporations that were shell companies set up so that the states had to buy it from them so that a profit could be made for these shareholders. 1%. I don't think the Democrats would do that. And if they did, we'd be on them like a fly on shit. Have a good day. I love you all. Don't forget, Jennifer and I will be on Sundays.